of America, USA. I wanted to say United Kingdom. I'm used to United Kingdom.
Everyone is not going to be from the United
All right.
Kingdom.
So you guys are joining. Thank you guys for joining on Facebook. If you have questions to fire this lady here, this beautiful lady here, fire her. Well, as you are joining this interview, you have already seen the topic. Can you just use a few minutes to share why I asked Chinyere? Probably I did not give a comprehensive introduction of her. So please tell us about yourself. My audience are listening.
Hi, guys, and thank you all and Mr. Mampolo for having me. My name is Miss Chinyere Jude, a first generation of Nigerian American. I'm equally the CEO and author of All Martha's Writers LLC, self-publishing company. And at the same time, I am one of the U.S. gatekeepers. And that's just me.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Chinyere. We want to discuss a very crucial issue here that matters to migrants, not only in America. I know you are based in America, but this issue is not only attributable to the migrants in America, right? So it's also attributable to migrants in Western world. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And what are we talking about here? We are talking about the challenges migrant children face in the Western world. We are just using America as a case study, okay? But it's relative, all right? So if we want to discuss about the challenges, do you think that we have some challenges that migrant children like you who grew up in America, yeah? Do you think you people are facing challenges there or not?
Yeah, we are. We are facing the most that people wouldn't even imagine. Even most times our parents don't even understand or know this, but we are, you know.
Why do you say your parents will not understand?
Because they were never in our shoes, depending on the ones. Like now, when I give birth, I have been on my kids' shoes to understand what it's like to be raised here. But for someone that hasn't been raised in America or in the Western world, it is hard for them to understand what we go through day in, day out as a first generational, either born here or raised here, goes through, the obstacles, the everything.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Are you married? No. All right. You are still in the market. That's good. Okay. Do you have kids?
No.
Oh, you never drop engine. It's all right. Oh, you are good to go. So for those who are watching, if you want to apply through Mampolo's Corner. Right? But my fee is expensive every time. That's the problem I've got. All right, back to the interview. Okay. Now, we've got some issue of cultural identity. We've got some issue of cultural identity everywhere with migrant children. And what I mean by, from my own aspect of saying cultural identity, what I mean is, migrant children who came from other background, or their parents came from other background like Africa, and now they were born here or they were brought into Western world while they were young, right? How do you guys see your cultural identity? Are you people confused? Which one are they? So can you just explain a little bit of cultural identity from your own perspective? based
Okay.
or bred in America?
Okay. For a start, I would say cultural identity it refers to identification with or a sense of belonging into a particular category of culture, which could include nationality,
Mm.
race, ethnicity,
Mm.
gender, and equally religion. But however, how does this cultural identity plays? As a first generational Nigerian American, I can speak for myself and some of my counterparts. Um, I would just say because we have not, through no fault of our own, matched to any of the cultures that we were either born with or raised with, because these are two different cultures that we're being exposed to and not fully imagine or identifying to neither nor play some form of a double-edged sword, which, if not properly utilized, it could be to an advantage. And people from this side doesn't accept that we're fully from there. People from this side are not accepting that we're fully from there. So we just basically in the middle of both culture.
Jesus. That is much confusion, isn't it?
What it is because I know our parents did have good intention of us being born here or being raised here, but that's just reality. What we are born into and what we are being raised into are two different, and it just
So, how does this cultural identity affect? Because I want to go straight to that point. The migrant children. How does it
um
affect? Does it stop you
yeah.
from anything? Does it deprive you of any benefit?
Um, Depending, that's why I say that it's a double-edged sword. If it's used properly, you will be in advantage. But if you don't know how to use it properly, it goes to disadvantage.
Okay,
And
how can you use it to be, because I like advantage as you see me so. How can you use it to be at an advantage? That's the one I want to hear first.
being able to know how to switch from one culture to another culture and still remain in the middle of the culture, in the sense when
Continue.
you got, yeah, it is like, okay, when I'm with my American people, my American side comes out. When I'm with my African people, my African side comes out. I'll be like, I beg you now, we be this, so I beg you. I got this sound,
Even even you are pigeon. Hello?
yeah.
Yeah, I clearly know that from your name, nobody will need to dispute that you are from Igbo land. Okay. So, what part of the Igbo land are you from?
I'm from Enugu State. Go Enugu State.
Enugu. Okay.
Yeah.
Lots of your people always follow me here. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, lots of people always. So now you are from Enugu State. How much do you integrate with your cultural values? Because now I'm speaking to you as an Igbo woman. You are speaking for now. I'm from America and I'm from this place. And you're speaking for now. You're speaking America for me. And you said that you can switch and could switch. Now you could switch it. Now I'm talking like an Igbo man to you. And you are speaking
okay.
like. So how this cultural identity, how are you blending it in America when you see a black man there, or when you see somebody from Enugu, or when you see somebody from Nigeria?
I agree them. I agree them. I kind of somehow already know the drill and the expectations, which one of them is to speak your native dialect to them. they love respect, you know. So you just give them what they want and just keep going, you know.
And have your peace.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay, that's all right. Now, let's go to the questions properly now. How does exclusion, isolation, and traumatization play a role? Do you think because of this cultural identity differential, you guys are in a country where you, like you said, you don't know where to go in terms of culture. You people are like confused. Now
We're not.
it's confusion. So
No, it's not.
so how does this thing cause a sort of like traumatization to the children who were born there or raised when they were young? Does it cause something like being isolated because probably they are not welcome on this side? So they are not welcome on this side. They want to stay on their own, you know, or does it cause them to be like, are they excluded in any form? Either the African culture they originally came from, we are like, no, like as you are talking to me, like they speak for now. So no, this one they speak for now, may carry itself, they go. You understand? And now you come to the other side of America, they say, oh, this one came from Africa. Even you are for now doesn't blend well, you know. Or does it make you guys like obviously a separate, not belonging to any identity? Do you understand my question? It comes to that confusion.
Well, again, it depends on how you want to utilize your opportunity or your obstacles. Wherever people go and see obstacle, when I go there, I see opportunity. But to answer your questions, you know, exclusion leads to isolation, and isolation leads to traumatization in most cases. So, with just a layman term, when this immigrant kids like me, when our parents bring us to Western world, I will use America because I grew up here. So when they brought us here, by us going to school, exposing ourselves to other cultures and other individuals and our environment and everything, as time goes on, it reshapes us from our original self away from what our parents is, our perceptions, our behavioral, everything doesn't quite mirror the ideology of what the core value of our folks and family has and still uphold to. And that, if parents do not understand that, it brings some kind of exclusion and isolation and detachment and rejection. Because now, people, if you don't have the same value with me, if we're not seeing the same thing, likelihood of people pushing you aside is there. So that's where this isolation, exclusion comes in, because family, they don't really understand that we have been exposed to two words, and that kind of circles down to whole thing. And on top of that, I have heard so many people, they say to me, you no longer our people, we have dashed you to Americans and collected the change back, which is okay. So such comments and a lot of other things that our biological people do kind of makes it hard for us to be on the same, because we don't see what's the same. Our mind has been shaped different from theirs. You see?
What shift your mind?
Education, exposure, environment, hanging out with other people, as time goes on, it reshapes your mind, your being, and every aspect of you. It's not going to be 100%, just like your parents are, and that becomes a problem. And now your own people doesn't really see you as their own, and the culture that you have matched into are not seeing you fully as theirs because you have not fully imaged to any of these cultures.
So what will you call your people now?
Human beings. I have heard people say.
So are we correct now to say you people are culturally conflicted set of people?
No, it just people always said we are caught in between two webs. Some people use the term caught in between two cultures. Some people say caught in between two worlds. But at the same time, I feel like we are the higher advanced first generationals because when it comes to the job market and mainstream market, they're not coming for the original hardcores. They're coming for the first generation that blend in both cultures, and that is where the advantage of being exposed to both cultures comes into play. So I don't like to see it as disadvantage. I enjoy to see it as advantage if I utilize it properly.
I hope you are not giving yourself consolation. I don't want to be sure. I don't want to be sure that you are not giving yourself consolation. Okay.
It's not consolation, though. It's just the reality.
I definitely know that it's a difficult thing, to mix it. You were grown in a different culture, studying a different culture. Back home is with your parents, it's another different culture you are. So some sort of confusion always come there. It's difficult. I totally agree with you. Okay. All right.
Doesn't understand that it pushes their kids away.
Yeah. So now, does this cultural differences or this cultural conflict or this cultural diversity or this cultural identity, does it in any way cause hate, cause peer pressure, cause any form of crime on migrant children? Or does it still push them or not the other way around?